Let's start the chant the name of God tonight as we have this wonderful discourse. Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha 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 Shri Rama Sharanam Sharanam Shri Rama 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 Shri Lakshmi Sharanam Sharanam Shri Lakshmi 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 Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam 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 Sharanam Ganesha. As we get ready to do Mother's Worship tonight in the form of the discourse, Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shri Ganesh. Everybody, let's sing together. Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shri Ganesh Sharanam Ganesh Sharanam Ganesh Sharanam Ganesh Sharanam Ganesh I bow to the feet of Sri Ram, the Lord of the Raatri dynasty. Kamala Raghunandan, Kamala Raghunandan, Kamala Raghunandan, Kamala Raghunandan, Gopando Charana Kamala Raghunandan, Charana Kamala Raghunandan, Bando Charana Kamala Raghunandan. जिनके कृपा सकल सुख संपत्ति,
जिनके कृपा सकल सुख संपत्ति,
पावत जन भक्तन और चंदन,
पावत जन
Come on everybody, help us sing tonight. Bando Charana Kamala Raghunandan, oh
Charana Kamala Raghunandan, oh Bando Charana Kamala
Avadapuri Prabhu Nitya Virajat,
अवधपुरी प्रभु नित्य विराजत,
जनक सुतायुध दुष्ट निकंदन,
जनक सुता युत दुष्ट निकंदन, हे भानो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, ओ भानो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, ओ भानो चरण कमल रघुनंदन.
जीर्णता अरुजन मम रन भयो, कृपा करे सेवक भय
कृपा करे सेवक भय पंचन हे भाव चरण कमल रघुनंदन ओ भाव
Charan. Charan means feet. I bow to your feet, Kamala Raghunandan. Remove my fears. Kripa kare sevak bhaya banjana. As a humble servant, I come to experience you, God. When people talk about experiencing God, sometimes it is as simple as to look at His murti, to get the opportunity. Sometimes it is as simple as to get to touch the murti. Many times we speak about India as, very great and good. But in India, you can't get to offer on the murti or touch the murti like we do here. This opportunity to worship Mother with your own hands, to give of your prasad, etc., is truly a benefit and a blessing to each and every person. Let's all stand as we begin this evening with Raatri. Everybody please clasp your hands. Put your hands together, everybody, and place it at your chest as we accept this posture for prayer. Ajam cha varti sanyuktam gahinayojitam Deepam Rehana Devesham Trailokya Timirapaham O suno meri Devi Parvatavasini Tera paran paya O Tera paran paya सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारन पाया. Everybody. तेरा पारन पाया.
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारन पाया. तेरा पारन पाया.
ब्रह्मा वेद बने तेरे द्वारे. ध्यान लगाया ओ सारो ओ सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी
तेरा पारन पाया. तेरा पारन पाया.
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल.
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल.
ले तेरे भेद चढ़ाया.
चढ़ाया ओ सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारन पाया. तेरा पारन पाया. तेरा पारन पाया. तेरा पारन पाया.
सुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे.
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 ईश्वर तिलक लगाया.
ईश्वर तिलक लगाया. सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारन पाया. तेरा पारन पाया.
सखियों We pray together. On this Durga Ashtami night, it says, Devi Bhagavad says, if a person cannot, for whatever reason, do worship any other night, fast any other day, offer dar any other day, do it on the Ashtami, and you will have the darshan of Devi Durga, that mother, that merciful form. Ganapati Baba, today we got to do, and will continue to do for those that came in late. We got to do our Kanya Kumari Puja, we got to do children Puja. The happiness in these children, dear Lord, we are confident we will have your blessing, your darshan. Ganesh Baba, may you hear my prayer tonight. Remove the ego that dwells within me and let me humbly Kamala Raghunandan, Kamala Raghunandan. I bow to your feet, O Raghunandan, but let me bow humbly, humbly. Let me leave my bad qualities at the door and let me accept your godliness, your goodliness. Let me accept your divine inspiration tonight. Ganesh Baba, help me to do this. Together, everybody, with the right posture, your hands together. Close your eyes for a second and talk to God. Om Gajananam Kapeta Jumbo
Palichara
Umasutam Sho
Kavinashkalakam
Namami Viganeshwara
Padamankajam
Sarvamangalamangale
Shive Sarvadhasadike
Sharanye
Trayambike Gauri
Narayani
Namostute
Jayanti Mangala Kali
Bhadrakali Kapalini
Durga Shama Shiva Raatri
Swaha Swadha Namostute
Guru Brahma
Guru Vishnu
Guru Devo
Maheshwara
Guru Sakshat
Param Brahma
Tasmai Shri
Gurave Namah
Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya. Lift your voices, everybody.
Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya
Prims Bolo Mahapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Devotees all, please have your seat. If you got your hand out, on the Durga Ashtami night, the 8th night of Navratri, we worship Ma Gauri Mata. According to scripture, This is a form, it says, that stems from Parvati Devi. The entire discourse is given there. But when people give, as it goes on, the devotee that gives this mother her bhog, her food, is the coconut. When a person offers Pandit's mother on this night coconut, a childless couple, a couple that cannot have children, will have the blessing of children. Praying to this form of mother brings happiness within the family, closeness within the community, and for the person that is for some reason negative. For example, those people that have postpartum depression, those individuals that are depressed, those individuals that are worried for whatever reason in their life, by worshipping mother in this form, Gauri Mata, giving the coconut, these things you can overcome it. If you look further, I have given to you the mantra that is appropriate. Beach mantra for Havan, Om Shri Mahagauri Durgaye Namah. And when you are invoking, Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sadike Sharanyay Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute. Wonderful mantra, powerful mantra. I use it in all my satsang. Tonight, before we enter into our discourse, before we begin our conversation, please draw your hands as we do Sumran. Second to last night, tomorrow night is last night. Mother, some people don't know how to do this part. Put your hands together like this. Forget everybody around you. Children will be children. Let them do their work. Let's do ours. Put your hands together and you close your eyes, envisage, see Adisakti. You came to pray. You have trouble, then pray. Don't get distracted by happy people. Don't get distracted by happy children. That is their job. We want happiness. We have to work for it. Night after night we've been talking about happiness. We talk about Gayatri Jap. We talk about the power of Basma, the Havan ashes. Now, we are going to do a different topic. Before we go forward, Mother, I ask permission to listen to your text. May you give me the ability. I am a fool. I am a dull-witted person. Transform me. Transform me into an intellect. A person that is versed in language, so that I could communicate with you. Give me the opportunity, Mati Mati Vishaya. Let when I touch the mud, Mati means mud. Let me give off all the negativity. And Mother, Mati Preraka Sukadan, when I touch the mud, let happiness, positive energy flow through me. By your grace, let it be so. Gauri Shambho Gira Guru. Dineshwan asked me to sing this one. Gauri Shambho Gira Guru Govinda Ganapati Gang Sumire Bhashat Karta Devi Katha Prasang Chasudeha Mati Mati Vishaya Titita Jo Jagama Sakala Nigama Ut Samani Krile Ka Jagama Shankacharya Samsita. Come on, everybody. Chant this mantra together. Let's go again. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Durga Rupena Samsita. One more time. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita. Namo Namah. Principal Adi Shakti Mata ki. Siddharam, everybody. Again, cordial welcome to everybody. I hope every child has a garbage bag full of goodies. As I was telling one parent, if we were so lucky when we was young, Jaggi, maybe we'd have been better boys and girls. Please look at the example. They say actions speak louder than words. Last night and night before we were talking, children are to be worshipped, loved, cared for, caressed. When Nalini was talking, Nalini Prasad from the inspirational group, she says, don't compete with children, don't push children, don't measure them by the A's, the ones, the twos. Those days are gone. Instead, son, did a good job, and it works with our religion. Our religion does not say break people when they don't, meet your expectation. But sometimes children need encouragement. Just as children are born with gifts now, they're also born with little inferiority complexes now. Those things weren't a problem 20, 30 years ago, but now the girl child feels she's ugly. Someone told me I was fat. Someone told me I was short. And because of it, I am lesser of a person now. Parents supposed to show children, yes, when you do bad, you're going to get scolded. I agree. Don't spoil your children. We don't want no more monsters. But when children do good, sometimes we need to remember to reward them. At the temple, yes, I need 9 girl children. We talked about what Kanya Kumari Puja could do. That night when we spoke about it, when I worship the 2-year-old, what is the benefit? When I worship the 3-year-old, what is the benefit? What is her name? And what is the reward? For some people, for myself, me personally, I just love to see children happy. I'm not thinking about what I'll get when I do it. But when you have a problem, in all fairness, that knowledge about Devi in those children form has value. Because now you will be able to focus on the one that will grant you your desire. This is just another way of worship. If I tell you, worship Durga Mata when you have such and such problem, okay, Babs. If I worship Saraswati Mata when I have exams, okay, Babs, I understand that. And when I have certain problem, worship them in the innocence of those children. And why do we do the things that we do? It's because they are innocent. And as the Katha said that night, when you worship this innocence and you make it happy, happy, check he. You make them happy, you don't break them, you don't insult them. They're children, they'll make mistakes. It teaches the children too. You know what? I am a Devi. I am a Devta. How could I act as a demon? In all our texts, it's either your Ram or your Ravan. I prefer make them into Ram, if everybody understand what I'm saying. And that runs deep. You see, when they turn into teenagers, wonderful, nice, loving children now. And you see when the beard start to grow, you're looking for God that time. Prem Sablo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. For everybody here, I want to ask a question. Somebody picked up on something I was doing for the entire yagya. I was not saying the name Durga. I was saying Adi Shakti Mata. All the different pamphlets had different names. Last night we were talking about Kali Mata. But I did not use the name, and I didn't use it, the name Durga. I didn't say Principal Shri Durga Mata Ki Jai. I didn't do that. Tonight is her discourse. One discourse. If somebody came to you and said, you're the Hindu, as I've been saying every night, those of you looking on at home, please answer the question. Someone comes and says, Hindu brother or sister, I've heard you have a form called Durga. Why is she called Durga? Where did that name originate? Ma, I hear you want me to offer Durga Devi Dar. Where did the name Durga come from? Would you be able to answer that question? Tonight we're going to deal with that. And I want you to walk away with this knowledge about it. Because it'll explain some of what some people offer to Devi Ma. I've gone to puja and I've seen people put in lemon, put in cabbage, making mala out of tomatoes. And I've heard some people say, no, when doing Devi Durga Puja, you can only put lapsi and sohari. I personally, as the Pandit, never understood why. I don't know about you. So tonight, let's learn something together about Devi and the Prasad. In the night when we were talking about the Yagna, the second night, for those that weren't here, the first person to do Yagna for Devi was Lord Vishnu. And in that Yagna, it talks about when you have prayer, and you do prayer Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. There are many people doing prayers, but they are not preparing for that puja to their very best. The mantras will be the same, the pandit may be the same, the flag looks the same, but the outcome is very different. They use the example that night. The text refer to the Pandavas. These great people, best friends with God. God drives their car as a chauffeur. But when they do their Mahayagya in their family, rape, pillage, plunder, they are paupers, they become servants to other people. Beam, the big one, strong one, he is made to pull a plow through the fields. People try to interfere with their wife, taking her for a maidservant, and she's a queen. So in the text, Guruji is saying, when people do prayers like this, where it is done filled with pride, I want to show everybody I can do puja. When it is done with the ego, where I just want to show someone I can do the biggest prayers. My neighbor had 250 people. I am going to have 300 people by my home. When prayer is done like this, it is prayer. But it is not the best form of prayer. It may not yield what you are looking for. In fact, it might bring trouble rather than blessing. That was our conversation on the second night. And it talked about the various prasad. People have been since that night bringing coconut, the coconut tree, the coconut flower for mother. People started to put more effort in their prayer, making malas with gulab jamun fruit from the jamun tree. Fruit that have the nutritional value, the value that if I am diabetic and I chew or I juice the jamun fruit, my diabetes or my sugar will go down. If I give this rich or enriched fruit to mother, how I give is so I will get. On the sixth night when we were talking about karma, it clarifies why we make the effort. Why bother? When the children were making modak and jalebi and all these other pistachio, barfi, etc., learning how to prepare for their Lord. Why make the effort? Because what you put into your prayers, what you'll get out. What you do for your God is what your God will do for you. Many people don't think like that. And for that reason, many people are having problems. Tonight, Jan Bijay, the great-grandson of Arjun, is again asking. This is quoted now from Book 7 of Devi Bhagwat. He says, could you tell me, Guruji, I've heard a form called Satakshi. I've heard a discourse where mother takes this form, but I don't know much about it. It says, this form is integral. But I have never heard this discourse. Could you please tell me about it? When you go home, look in your January month if you have your Hindu calendar. Around, I believe it's the full moon day. And see if you have something called Shakambari Jayanti. Long word, big word, but remember that word. It's very important. Shakambari Jayanti. You'll hear about it tonight. Jan Bijay is asking his godfather, Guru, Vyas Muni, please give to me again a wonderful discourse about this mother that you have been talking about night after night. Some of these things I have never heard. And by listening to prayer, goodly and godly things, it is said that it washes away the karma, the accumulated karma from your past life, from this life, from speech, from thought, and from action. The negative, just by listening. This is why when you are doing puja, again, we are putting tilak by the heirs. The Ashwin that live here last night, the Basma, the Havan dust that comes from the mantras that we chant as we burn them. Purify me of the sin I have gotten because I love to listen to gossip and negative things. Get me ready now for prayer. So I put my chandan by my ears. Thank you, Pandit, for that. I am now ready to listen. Let's go, everybody. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah Narayanaya. Come on, everybody, let's sing together. Rajan pravakshamiyatam satakshiyam sakambhariyate shubha shubhayena maliya karate vidyadehi durgham ye atau. Together, everybody. यक्ष ये चातु रूरु पुत्र ये महाकाला देवातम. Everybody sing for mother. Chant. Guruji says, son, in this discourse you will hear about Satakshi, you will hear about Shakambari Devi. It begins with a great demon by the name of Durgam. He is the son of a person by the name of Ru. He is in the same family of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh. In older times, those individuals caused great problems for godly people, goodly people. Durgam is a great intellect, and he says, whenever my ancestors, whenever my uncle, my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my grandfather's brother, all great warriors, whenever they would go to fight the Devatas, whenever they would go to heaven to go and battle, they would win. But they would always be cheated because of prayer. He says, even if we conquer them, their prayer always change that situation. It is as if their prayer is always protecting them. Then, how do you destroy a man that is protected by prayer? Durgam says, let me become the master. One, let me become the master of those mantras, those Vedas, those prayer. And let's figure out a way to get the rest of them to forget that prayer. If all the Devatas, if all of the human race, if all of them forget all of their dharma, their puja, their mantras, what will protect them? I will use that same prayer, and only that prayer. Ardently I'll worship it, and that prayer will protect me, and I will have the power, the influence to continue to do bad. Let's hear what happens. Vipraye Shayatvaye Pata Jata Kuruva Himalayatam Brahma Mansik Jnana Vayu Pakye Dvaitam Trishtaye Ati. Everybody. Bhagavan Brahma Murath yo tasyatam Varadud prasanya ekham samadhiye sthiti malyati. Check it out, everybody. प्रेम से बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की. he goes, what does he do? Durgam sets out to do great amount of worship, following the tenets, following the rules to the T. He's preparing with the best ingredients, fasting properly. The place, as I said, when you are doing jap, the night when we were talking about the Gayatri Mantra, the place must be clean. Last time we spoke about smearing the area with gobar to give protection. It is said that when a person becomes, just one example, when a person is taking care of a sickly person, old person, and we know Pa and Ma might leave this world, there's this course that says they are sometimes, depending on the life that they have lived, tormented by the souls that are roaming, the Yamdut. So how you overcome this? Where that person is sleeping, that aged individual under their bed, a little bit of gobar you smear it so that no soul, no lost soul, no type of person can make that person jump like that. Get frightened. Because what will happen is with that fear, like Dashrath, when he says, I see my father, I see my grandfather, I am seeing these people, they are coming for me, I am going to die. They start to think about who has died, who has gone on before, and it causes death, but it robs the individual of thinking about God. You can't be thinking about God when you're very agitated, especially if you're sick. So what does the Hindu do? They smear this spot to be protected from the touch of negativity, living and deceased alike. So when you go in your prayer room, the Hindu who knows where you sit to do jap or havan, a little bit of gobar, nothing to talk about, the tip of your finger, and you smear that where your body is going to be sitting. This will protect you and charge that spot with positive energy because, as we said, of the Lakshmi Mata. Because of her presence in the gobar, we worship her on the bedi and we sit where she is smeared as well. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Durgam does all of these steps. Durgam knows how to bow and take the energy of the fire and pass it over his body to raise his energy. He's becoming very powerful. Time is passing and he is fasting, and the tej, the energy that is coming from this individual, is as if his body is on fire. The power is incredible because he's doing it so correct. The Kundalini energy is going up his spine. When he says a prayer, it awakens inside of the individual. So much energy, if he makes a pronouncement, it will come to pass. If he puts his mouth on somebody, it will happen. He has already reached at this point, and he's still praying. And Brahma waits until the life is about to leave his body, so weak he is, as time has withered him. And Brahma appears and he says, "Oh son, I'm very satisfied with your dhyan and your tapasya. I have come here to grant you now, due to your sincerity in prayer." Do you pray in a sincere manner? Or do you pray because the pundit, the radio, the TV, the somebody is saying a mantra, Sarvamangalamangalaye Shive. You know that line? Let's skip that line. Do you say prayers like that? If you do that, just consider what I'm saying. Maybe it's time you stop wasting your time. If you are taking your time, your effort, your energy, but you squander the opportunity, maybe you don't know the mantra. Home here at the temple, we have booklets that we practice on a Sunday morning saying prayer with meaning. But in case you don't have that information at your fingertips, remember, Hindu gods understand English very good too. Just in case we didn't know that. Take a second and talk to God. Talk it out. God, I went to work today and that traffic was disgusting. For me, Keshava, because of how my schedule is, sometimes the best time I get to say my prayers is while you're driving and you get a little traffic. I'm in the car by myself, my murtis are on the dash, and I get to do my Gayatri job and talk to those murti. God, I hope me I forget nobody prayers today now. God, spare the clock and let me reach on time. Do you do that? Or do you talk to God only when it is convenient? When people, there's a big term about God realization. People don't realize sometimes God is here, there, and everywhere. Some people feel God only exists on a Sunday morning. And as a result of that thinking, sometimes they are a stranger to God during the week, during the night. I could only see God when the sun is rising in the morning and it's time to offer the dar. Not many people remember to open their door for Lakshmi Mata to come into the home. Remember the shrap of Gautam Rishi? The other night discourse? When he was hurt with that Gayatri mantra, when they hurt him, he says, I put shrap on you. You will not want to do your own worship to help yourself. When we do yagya like this, we are fighting karma. We are fighting tooth and nail. Please be a better person. Whether who is the Pandit? The Pandit is doing diligence, trying to help you. Please eat Parsad. God bless you. You're going to be a better person. Please drink the Panchamrit. Please bow to the dear light. Please take the Havan smoke, pass it over your body, and be charged with the power of God and see better times. And maybe it might inspire you that there is more than you. There are people that still think, this is my body, this is my life, and I am in control. Until the day you get sick. Until the day you realize, I cannot do it by myself. Dear God, my feet cannot lift anymore. Help me to lift my foot. Dear Lord, my memory does not work. Dear God, I am watching this child. This child is my child. I am trying to remember the name. And I cannot remember my own child name. Dear Lord, help my brain to work. Then you'll realize how much of your body you are in control of. Everybody has desires. Everybody has wants. For the person who wants to have a child, for the person who wants that child to get well, in the case of a sickly child. In the case of a child that, you've seen your child grow up now, but for nothing that child is talking to you. How many parents in that position? Your mind and you grow this rose plant. Wonderful plant. One day, God, I'll get sweet smelling flowers from my plant. I'll buy the best manure. I'll give up my time to water my plant. But when the plant grows, you didn't get to see the rose, you only see the picker. The same child has no time for me, God. So I sit here and I cry every day. One day, maybe I'll get a smile. If I get 2 words, I'm lucky. When those type of things start to happen, then sometimes people go looking for God. Unfortunately, that type of praise are after the fact. That is after the trouble done start to beat you. You're already in the fire. And you're begging, dear God, please better the situation, change the situation. Let me get some happiness. Let me get some help with my health. Let me get some help with my family. Sincere prayer could make that change happen. But why wait until you're in trouble? Why wait until that dark moment comes? In this guy's case, he has the sense. He knows, he's learned, in every family where they have multiple children, we talked the other night, middle child syndrome. That one, if the small one kicks small so, if the big one kicks small so, and the poor mother trying, and she say, you know what, the cake pan so wide, I'll make the same cake. Ma, you don't love me enough. So you had to take that same cake and make it bigger for the middle child. They always want more love, more love, more love, never enough love. The small one is always the smartest one. I'm the biggest. We're brash, we're always in charge. But the little one is learn from the big one mistake. That little one does not, mommy, I will be the good one. Mommy, I go do like here. This one, this guy, Durgam, says the same thing. He says, I've seen generation before me pay because of their disrespect to prayer. They did not understand prayer, and for that reason, when they would go forward, when they would move forward, they would always fall rather than rise. They would be cheated because other people pray properly and they are now empowered to destroy my family. You know what? I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to be impervious to their thoughts and their deeds. So he does the prayer correct. Brahma appears, God comes, and he says, Dear Lord, I have allowed my body to wither and wean away because of my belief in you. He says, oh son, I know this. What do you want? What could I give you as a reward? What desire do you have that I could give you because of all this goodness you've done? He says, please, listen to this, everybody. He says, please, dear Brahma, dear God, you control the Ved. You control the creative process. Please, from this moment, allow me to know the prayer for bathing. This bathing is significant. I just want to touch on this. Do you know, with all due respect, how many adults, when they get married, don't know how to purify themselves, let's say after honeymoon? Everybody understand what I just said here? To go back to prayers. I would like to get up to Ofadar. And the answer is when you are having bath, similar to when we go to funeral. When we are having bath, chant the Gayatri mantra, and you would go from unclean to clean in doing prayer. He says people will not know the method of bathing. What is Sandhya? Tomorrow night, I guess I'll do Sandhya, that chapter. What is to do a Havan? What is Shrad? What is Yagya? How to do Jap? What is Nandi Mukshad? All these things. What is Asapinda? All these things. Let it come to me. Let me know all of it. But allow everybody else to forget these things. Allow everybody else to forget what is Mundan Sanskar. When we are cutting the child's hair for the first time, who cuts the hair? Why do we put it in gobar and wrap the cloth and we bury it away from the home? Why do we do that? I don't know, Baba. But we have children, and we rob our children of these proper procedures that will help them develop. Last night we had a wonderful guy playing flute, and everybody, wow, that sounds so nice. Parents who know how to make children, how to mold their minds and their bodies with prayer, end up with children that have gifts like that. It does not necessarily have to be the flute. Some children are gifted with their hands, some are gifted with their minds, some have the ability with computers, etc. Gifts that come in a supernatural way. Where does it stem from? The prayer of the mother and the prayer of the father. He says, from this very moment, let every type of prayer forget. Let them all forget. Oh Brahma, let it come to me. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Do you know that everybody, for example, we've heard of Guru Diksha. In English, we call it christening. Meaning, I am going to pick up, I am going to accept a teacher, a guru, I'm going to have a relationship with a pundit. that will guide me and teach me spiritual knowledge. We have gurus in the school system, secular knowledge. Respect is the same. You can't be bowing to a pundit's foot one side and on the other side kicking a teacher that is sacrificing her or his life for your upbringing. As a Hindu, if you can give your pandit a cedar, if it is an apple, if it is a small gift, if it is a mug with chocolate inside, when the term is finished, take my advice. Show that teacher that love, and you will see how you excel in your schoolwork. Because it's the same guru. So if you believe in giving Pandit Sunil, some token, and when I give Pandit Sunil a nice mala, all like Pandit Sunil mala, he looking nice with the rose and thing. Eh? When he is happy, when my guru is happy, and he lifts his hand, Abhya Mudra, let the energy flow. Pandit Sunil will give me a blessing, and I will be a better person, a richer individual. I will see advancement. If that is your belief, the same applies to the teacher in the school. When Durgam did this, immediately the earth was rubbed. Brahma pulled back the information, and everybody was saying, what has happened? What in the past we used to do a prayer for that? You see it up to now. When you ask Ma, we have a wedding coming up, there's something called Matikur. What is Matikur? This is just one example. Everybody does have wedding. We just look at decoration, Taurus Enterprise. Look at what Randy could do. In one day, he did all of this decoration. When you go to some weddings and you see how they decorate Jai Vishnu, the decoration have nothing to do with your wedding. But on the flip side, the Matikur or the Matikurna does. So somebody comes and they say to you, oh Hindu brother, sister again, what is Matikur? Remember, we're stupid Pandit Keshava telling you. Remember this. Mati mean mud, dirt. And kurna mean to bring, to tote, to lift dirt and bring it. Mati kurna is supposed to be done at the bank of a river where the mud is soft. This is why they have this habit of going by drain, going where it have a tap. Well, they don't have standpipe again in Trinidad, I feel. But that is what they used to do to simulate a river. They go and they worship there, and they ask mother, mother, these children want to get married, please come witness, sit with us, and be with us. You ask when you go to Matikur, and it have a song, and it had a song we used to sing for the mother. Yes, Gil, it had it, but we forget it. That lost, that is one more thing gone. In that way, our dharma, in some cases, is being eroded and being replaced because anybody wants to do anything now. I have been to a wedding and a man says, you know what, that's my sister getting married. I want to put on a urni and do the Mati Kurna myself. But it's the way that do. Trouble, eh, boy. Mati Kurna is a woman's festival, a woman ritual. Women are supposed to be in a private way doing this thing because they are celebrating the lady. But people don't know better. So men with the outer time himself go to see women dance as if this is a party. But for the person who knows what is right, just as when we are changing clothes in the mandir here, men step outside and the women, out of respect, change the clothes. In everything, in Bhagavad Gita it says there's different type of prayer, and Sattvic prayer is prayer that where you follow the injunctions of worship. Today now, men don't only want to watch the women's prayer to see who dancing and how they dancing and whatever. Now they want to do the woman's part in the prayer and play the part I hope you understand what I'm telling you. Play the part of the woman and do the prayer. What do you think about that? You see, when you don't know, anything could happen. When you don't know your dharma and what is to be done and what is not acceptable, anybody could say, well, yeah, I see Gary from up the hill, he do it, let me do it. Up the road, Gary, do something, and you with yourself going to allow your relative. That is why we have so many divorces. If somebody asks you why, if we are doing this grand celebration, great prayers, how come within the Indian Hindu community, as a marriage officer, I'm saying this, we have so many divorces, so many splitting homes. You cannot get one chutney that does not have she gone, he gone, somebody on, or something gone. Nobody will sing about love again because it's unheard of. Something is happening a little wrong. And this is one place where people are forgetting their dharma. This is what this guy wants. And they say it here now in the text. And we say it constantly whenever we have prayers. And we used to do something. And we had a right when children were Karna Veda, when you are popping their ears. How old did this have to be again? When you're feeding them the first time, how old are they when we are doing the Anna Prasana Sanskar? When we are cooking the sweet rice in the Hawan Kun and the father gets the opportunity to hold his daughter, mash one grain of rice with prayer, everything is prayer, and say, dear Lord, sit in this child's mouth, bless the esophagus, stomach bag, intestines, and the rectum. Allow everything to work properly. Please bless this child in this way. 6 months is the answer, by the way. All this knowledge disappeared. People started to live all how, anyhow, and different types of calamity befell the earth. Because now there was no prayer. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, from the Havan smoke, the cycles, the devatas get nourishment. Agni Devata is sharing what we offer in the fire. Hence we burn things that are, from a nutritional standpoint, very enriching, sugar, ghee, etc., sweet rice. And the devatas get that power from it. As Havan stopped, puja stopped, the devatas became very weak, and as a result of that, the weather changed. Less and less rain, more and more heat. Plants started to die, animals started to die, and everything is under pressure. The devatas become so weak and withered that Durgam, he just walks into heaven. He says, get up from my throne, leave from this place. If I start to beat you, you'll just be more withered. Take my advice, you can't fight me. For children to understand, he makes this brutish statement. Get up and leave. And out of fear now, Surya, the moon, the fire, the Varun, the different devatas just walk out. Leave everything and leave them to run the cycles of the universe. The devatas head to a mountain, hidden. There's no water. Their bodies, they become very thin. Upon the earth, dead bodies are scattered all over, humans, animals alike. Let's hear what happens in this next verse. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Griha Griha Manusyatam Bhavame Chasugrhyate Yena Tvaya Madhusudana Yena Brahman Satpalaye Shital.
Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
सुख संकल्प नवरात्रि सटाक्षी ये ना ये सकल नंदी पर प्रहये आतम प्रहव्ये कर्मा ये आतो बोलो आदि शक्ति माता की जय. They go in the hills and they are very depressed, troubled, they're weak, they're hungry, and there is no relief, there is no change, there is no change coming. The heat that is withering the earth is not breaking. So they sit down, and Indra, led by Indra, they don't know the mantra, they don't know the procedure, they don't know anything about their dharma. But Indra says to the other devatas, if there is a force, if there is a form that is higher than us, let's pretend it has motherly qualities. Look at his words. I don't know for sure. I don't know for certain if it exists. I don't know her name. I don't know her mantra, but let's pretend she's filled with mercy. Unlike a mother, when her children call in whatever way, she'll answer the prayer. She'll understand the needs and the necessity of the children. We are not perfect. Oh Agni, oh Surya, we are not versed in anything. We are so sinful that we are lost today. But our mother will hear. She will help. And they sat down and they started to meditate, focusing on their prayer, confident that she would listen and she would help. But with no mantra, no specific format. Ma, please hear my prayer. Mother, please, I am hungry. Mother, please, I am hungry. And going like that in their own language. They go like that for some time. And as they are praying, mother takes form. But the form that she takes, if you've ever seen a person dancing with Shakti, and they spread their two hands like this with their palms down, head sometimes draped, if you don't know what they are portraying, it might be confusing. She's totally black, black like this garbage bag black. The hair and the skin looks similar. And it looks like a shadow is standing there. The devatas, not sure what is happening. They continue, ma, 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 help, help, help. They didn't stop. Vyasji says, from that body that looked very black, that was covered in blackness, as if she's bathed in kajar. One eye open, two eyes open, third eye open, and then the entire body, the length of the hand, feet, ankles, you name it, the belly, the thorax, everywhere, eyes started to twinkle and open. So now she's looking very white, but eyes, formed human eyes, opening, looking all over. Sometimes we see this in our TV shows, sometimes you see it in mandirs. When you go in the trade show, for example, you know what I'm talking about. They sell you things that look like trinkets, little keychains, and it has an eye on it, a black dot, and what could be an artist's version of an eyelid. Pay attention when you go next time. It is their version of something that will push back negative, warding off evil as a result of this discourse. Indra Devta gets up as the leader and he says, Mother, we bow to you, we prostrate to you. Satakshi Devi is that one that is covered in eyes. those eyes that will protect her children, those eyes that come to those people that are downtrodden, and you come into their life to push back the negative, to give them a break. Mother, you are from today, Satakshi Devi. Your form where you are covered, for children to understand, Kajar, eye paint, makeup. Mother, your entire body, this form is truly unique. We bow to you. Ma, we are very hungry. Ma, we are very thirsty. Mother, may you please help us. This is one of the Raatri discourse. Mother listened to their prayer, and without saying a further word, tears started to run from each one of those eyes. Imagine now the whole body is as if that body is dripping water. If you ever go to a temple and you see them, they are taking water or dar. There's a procedure, we spoke about it a previous night, where we have the triangle in the earth, and I'm offering my dar there. But I notice you all are bathing the Murti with dar. It is reminiscent of this discourse where her body is leaking liquid that will bring about blessings. Mother, in the same way, I want to bathe you as you bathed the earth in this moment. For 9 nights, rain came from her body, salt water from those eyes. When that salt water went on the earth and it replenished the ocean, due to evaporation, rains came, condensation, evaporation, condensation, fresh water was replenished upon the earth. And everybody was eating. Life was springing back to, from her body. In a short while, the earth was regrown with plant life, animal life, etc. by her darshan, by her tears. She turns to the devatas. Why are you all always getting yourself in trouble? Why would you allow, please answer me this question, everybody here tonight. Why would you allow another person to rob you of your dharma? Why would you allow somebody to come and tell you, as I was talking about how people damned Kali Mata last night? Somebody else has the power over me to come into my faith and tell me what is good and what is not good, what is right and what is not right. Why do we allow that? What is important? Modesty, humility, honesty, straightforwardness. These things are what our Dharma is teaching. Togetherness, family life, etc. We are the only faith. God is sitting as a family, husband, wife, and 2 sons together. The family that pray together, stay together. We are encouraging by example of all the devatas what a person should do and should not do. In the first discourse, when Devi Mata is teaching the Brahma how to create, she says, for the simple mind to understand, I am everything. But I'll take a name so that you will know which one is given knowledge, which one is given life, which one is given girl children, which one is given boy children. My various acts, I will name them, just so everybody could understand. But all the Devis are one, all the devatas are one. But some people have problems with this. And when you don't understand your dharma, somebody will come in and tell you, well, she's collecting the blood in a bowl because she wants to drink it. Bhairo Baba has a skull in his hand because he wants that to eat. And then people take that as law and they get a taboo type feeling. Taboo type feeling when it comes to these forms of our gods. But when people are under duress, for example, that Bhairo Baba form could protect you. But you have to know the history. You have to know your dharma. She says, why? Why are you allowing people to persecute you about your dharma, your religion? Stand up and be strong. You are my children. You have come from me. I did not make weak people. You are the devotas, you have your jobs to do. Get up and do your job. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Let's hear what happens in this slok. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti. Come on everybody, let's sing.
देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता
Shambhachaye Shruduyam Shakambarye Natam Yate Palamaulinie Bhakshaye Tamte Shiva Shivaye Na Vidyatam
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता
Indra says, Ma, we want to listen to your words. We want to do your bidding. You have saved us. But mother, we are weak. We are hungry. In this way, we cannot fight those demons. They are in our thrones. They are in the lokes of the heavenly region. And in this weakened state, we wouldn't fare well. Mother says, why are you talking? Oh Indra, what a weak leader you are. What a bad example you are. I am Adi Shakti, I'm standing in front of you, and still you don't speak with that confidence. Why are you doubting? I will help you. I have appeared here to do all that I have come to do. You just have to ask for what you want. Oh child, why don't you have confidence in your mother? Which mother sees her children hungry and leaves them hungry? Blessed is the mother that does not even have to be asked, Ma, I'm hungry. But that lady in her heart, in her body, she knows when her children are ready to eat. She says, son, sit down. I am going to give you food. I am going to give you nourishment. And from my body, I am going to give you back that spiritual knowledge, the nourishment of God that will protect you. Your aura, your strength will return, and you, oh child, will get up and fight. Shakambari Devi is that Devi we worship with vegetables. Because of this moment, mother started to take out, for children to understand, cabbage, baigan, the different type of vegetable that exists. These things is what she nourished her children with. Indra says, mother, when this Shakambari form is being done, for those people that have intestinal problems, for those people that have cancer type problems where things are growing and it is killing the internal organs, causing blockage, etc. Mother, let them do your puja and offer vegetables. What people do in that prayer, they offer it and then they take it back home and cook it. This is not to be left here, but shared amongst each other. Sister, you accept one of my tomatoes. Brother, accept one of my baigan. Take something and share something. When this prayer is done, the ladies would normally take, let's say you're making baigan choka, and in that baigan choka, I'll make the pumpkin, chana, shatang in one takari, one pot. If you ever had that, that stems from the mixture of vegetables that is shared on a day like this when this prayer is done. Durgam gets word from his emissaries, from his spies, that the Devatas are preparing to fight. Their strength has returned somehow. He's agitated and he says, even now, when I think I've taken their might, their force, how is it they are ready to fight? I am going to go myself upon the earth, and in one blow I'll destroy them. Let's hear what happens when he comes with a horde of people to fight these helpless devatas. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sam. Come on everybody, let's sing together. Chakra, ye raksha karani tat par putra putri dejya ye na par chhota bhyo chakra ye tam. Hears the bellowing of the sunk outside the cave. She hears the kettle drum, the announcement that Durgam is here. Indra tries to get up and she says, son, where are you going? Didn't I tell you? Have no fear when I am here. What fight do you have to fight? Leave your troubles with me. Leave your worries with me. Leave your burden with me. She grabs hold of a sword and she says, children, remain in this cave. Today your mother is going to fight for you. Let's hear what happens. As she exits the cave, she draws a line with her sword, chanting mantra, and she says, Karani Devi, stand at the doorway and do not let my children come out. Tara Devi, block them. If I am in difficulty, if I am in trouble, none of my children, son nor daughter, must come outside. Let her mother fight him. When she goes outside, oh John Vijay, she sees the horde of how many people have come to kill her children. And she starts to laugh at Durgam. Do you think I will allow you to harm my children? Oh, you fool, you are my child, and I've come for you. And she starts to stretch her body into different forms. Matangi Mata is a green form where she doesn't have a head. There's a story why. Bhairavi Mata, Bagla Mukhi, Sundari Devi, Kamakshi Devi, Jambika Devi, Mohini Devi, Chintamas Devi, different forms. Kalika Mata remains at the side of that main form, and they all rush out. They don't wait, holding their sunk. Last night we talked about Sudama and the sunk. They started to blow their sunk. That one that is called Chandraganti, when she rings the bell, the vibration of that bell destroys their eardrums, causing them to bleed. All the soldiers on the opposite side are under pressure. Durgam sees destruction, and he still thinks he can win her. And he charges. The main mother The main form of Adi Shakti calls back all the different ladies that are ripping apart his army. And she says, I want him. He's mine. Let's hear what happened in this look. Mother is running. The earth is feeling the press of her weight. Bhavani is charging with swords in her hand, and she's aiming for the neck of Durga. Ya Devi Sarvabhu. Come on, everybody. Vishwaye Durgam Bhavanye Asauyetam Sarva Sarva Vidyan Ye Dakshanitam Devi Ekadasyate. Started to taunt him. Their feet became red as they were dancing on ground that was soaked with the blood of all the dead soldiers. As the battle had waged for days, it is now Durgam and mother alone. And she says, son, when your mother is in front of you, don't be so filled with Abhiman. Learn to bow. Learn to go on your knees. But still, oh son, oh Durgam, today I will teach you how to be humble. And she goes where the Achilles tendon is, and 11 times she cuts that back. The back of the foot where the heel is. If you cut that, that will never heal. And without that, you fall forward. He falls on his knees with that one cut. He's on his knees now and he's trying to stretch. Cannot stand anymore. The person who does not like to bow their head, one day will lose their footing. Don't do this, oh Durgam. Today, great people like you cause me to take form. And I am here, oh child. I am here for you. With one lash against his belly, he starts to vomit blood. All his flags, all his chariots are torn to pieces. And mother takes that sword, and at the back of his neck where the spine ends, she rests that blade there, and she says, come to me now, Jeev, come to me now. And she takes the soul, the life out of his body. Indra and all the children are standing at the gate, and they see what their mother did. Let's hear what happens. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena. Come on, everybody. Jagadambe Mataye Karna He Parameshwari Nam Tam Shakambhari Shivaye Namastu Vyamma Ye Shitalaye Durga Ye. To her, calling her different names. Who calls her Durga? Indra calls her Durga. He says, Ma, from today, in commemoration of this battle that you fought for your children, because you are dancing around the enemy of your children, you are seeing and celebrating their downfall, Mother, for the protection of your children. Durgam is destroyed. We will call you Durga because of this victory. Mother, victory is yours. Your name is great, Oma. She was so powerful in that moment that she started to spin. Gauri Mata started to spin around the body of Durgam as it remained in a bowed state, now on his knees. If you ever see that Murti as she's pressing into the demon, Durgam was destroyed. The Devi Tara allowed the children, the Devtas, to come out, and they bowed to her, they dropped to their knees. Let's hear what happened. It is Uttaye Sharda Devi Brahmani Bhairavi He Bhavani Ye Durga Durge Ye Sathanamya Dharani Ye Natharatam. Together everybody. Close your eye a little bit and imagine that mother spinning. Prasannitara Devi Tam Vaidhane Dajaye Natha Vishwadev Vishwakarma Patu Namya Putra Yena Vishwayati. Accept your foolish children. Listen to the words. Your foolish children pray. What little we have, we offer it to you, ma. We don't know the procedures. We don't know the mudras, the way the hands move. We talked about it. The way we sit, the way we hold the lota. We don't know the way to pray. But Mother, from my heart, oh Durga Mata, destroyer of the plague, the treachery, the lies and the liars, the snake in grass, the people that want to hurt me, those people that are walking around me and they want to see me fall. Mother, you are Durga. Mother, you will protect me. Mother, please accept this stupid child's prayer and protect me, ma. Devi started to blow her song. Devi started to dance because they were praying and she was so happy. What was she happy with? The sincerity of their prayer. She says, because you want me, because you need me, I am here and I will always be here. But whenever you allow somebody to come close to you, whenever you are trusting somebody, whenever you are blessing somebody, don't be so foolish to allow unrighteous people this type of power. Do not allow somebody to have that power over your dharma. Do not allow somebody to rob you of your faith. Do not allow somebody to corrupt you in this way. Do not allow somebody to come between you and me. Don't do it. Never lose focus again. Never let us go through this again. Remember, my name is Durga. Remember, my name is Durga, and I will destroy anybody that stands in your way, child. Anybody that sets out to knock you down, I will hold you up. That is what Durga represents. When you arti, when you worship that form, understand the power inherent in that form. That is the lady that protects you. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Ya idam shrunayatri tam devi bhagavad या पर सर्व काम ये ना देवी देवी लोक महिमा ये together everybody everybody ya devi sarvabhuteshu durga rupena samstita namastasyai. But I bow again and again. Namastasyai, namastasyai, namastasyai. Namah Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai, Durga Mata ki. The person who could hear this discourse, or Jan Vijay, listening to the secret, the history of that form called Durga, blessed is that person that they will always have bhakti, they will always have devotion. And when that time for Mother to take that Jiv Atma, she will take that soul just like Durgam. Even the worst person, she will take them and keep them in her bosom. With her, not where she is, but with her. This is why tonight, brothers and sisters, I wanted to read this discourse. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Tonight as we conclude, as much as we have worshipped children, please don't forget to pray for your children. Do not become complacent with your children. The devil is a busy man. If you are the type of parent that prays on your children every day, mother, please protect them. Give them power to be wicked. Give them power to be intelligent. Whenever we listen to Bhagavad, please remember your Lord Bal Gopal Krishna, as intelligent and as great as he was a terror to his mother and to his village. It may be in different places children are hushed up. I want to reinforce it. Home here, children are encouraged, come and be free. Make a noise, make a mess. This is home. And if you were in any way inconvenienced because of the noise of the children, that's my doing. I told the parents, bring them and let them make the noise right here. Let the children do the work. That is to make noise. If those children get quiet, we have a problem. I hope you enjoyed your discourse tonight. For those people that didn't know how she got that name Durga and the power behind it. The name. This is why when people say 3 nights Lakshmi, 3 nights Saraswati, 3 nights Durga, you have it wrong, brother. Durga is so much more. She is beyond. Part of Durga is Lakshmi, part of Durga is Saraswati, as we dealt with in previous night. Tonight, besides Auntie Asha, God bless you, with many more birthdays to come, Rajesh is celebrating his birthday too. And this child heard I was doing yoga and he says, Pandit, I want to contribute any and everything that is growing in my garden. Today, God bless you for all that you've done. There are many families and there are many wonderful people. I just have to pick up that phone. You hear what Barry says? I pick up the phone and I make a phone call. And God in human form. Pandit, you want to do jag? What are we doing? Go outside. There's a frame, Durga Mata. Pandit, don't worry, I'll build that frame. People, young children like to take pictures of all kind of scenarios and post it up. Let them take picture with Durga Mata too and post that up. Go outside, you will see a Durga Murti. There's ashes. People were sitting all day doing Hawan today. Different people, I'm not calling no name. Different people. Pandit, I don't have the money. Listen to me. Pandit, I don't have the money, but I'll help you with Parsad. I'll help you with mango wood. Pandit, the hardest thing to get is camphor. I'll contribute 2 packs of camphor. These blessed people made it happen. I hope you enjoyed from the plate to all the discourse to all the sweets. The modak, the jalebi that the children made with their hand. It wasn't made by no professionals. And God bless them for that. A culture does not only have discourse and talking in it. There's also the dress, the language, the food. And we as a people, according to our discourse, cannot forget what is ours. Barry now at the temple, Shivanand Maharaj has his class here. Narendra Maharaj has his class. We're doing well. Dance class from Pandit Anil, Pandit Sunil's sister-in-law. She carries on a dance class here. Respectable dance class. BVS has a Hindi class established in this. We are one of their unit. If you want to teach your children, we at the temple are willing to help. The ladies, Andy, led by Andy, when we were talking, the ladies would come every day to deal with mother's murti and change the clothes and all that, as I said before. And we were talking about takari that used to be prepared. Sarabara and, how you call it? Matakarhi. We cook Saijan the first night. Barry, listen to this, eh? Watch how we people come. We cook Saijan the first night in the dal. And everybody wanted to know if I put wood, cut wood, in the takari. Nobody didn't know what was Saijan. But when we said moringa, oh, a big oh. There are many examples how we are losing and forgetting. So even now, cooking class, come and lime here and just take a break from the housework, cook a different takari, and lime as ladies, a ladies group that lime together. Use the temple. This is what the temple is for. This is what we are supporting. So that when you read your pamphlet tonight, these children thought it was necessary to go home with something. When you go home, read the line at the bottom. Praying to Gauri Mata brings happiness within the family, closeness in the community, especially when the community is under trouble, and pure thinking. Prem Sabalo Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. I hope you enjoyed the satsang. Let's all stand. In a little while we'll continue the gift giving, but let's close off the satsang now. Ajam cha Varti Sanyuktam Grahina Yojitam Mayam Deepam Grahana Devesham Trailokyatmi Rapaham He Mahagauri He Mahadevi, mere vinati sun lo. May you listen to my prayer. Mere vinati sun lo. He Mahagauri, He Mahadevi, mere vinati sun lo.
Namayana
Mother, as we do final pratna, we thank you for this opportunity. If I thought now Raatri was just offering dar in the earth at home, Mother, I have learned so much. I have gotten the opportunity to worship these children, and I thank you for that. God bless each and every one of them with health, strength, and goodness and good things. Bless their parents, protect their homes, protect their jobs, their finance. God protect them. God bless each and every person that assisted in making tonight possible. Mother, look at what your children can accomplish when we work together. Stretch your hands, Ma. Split yourself and touch every one of them. Tvameva Mata. Everybody together. Tvameva. Tvameva Vidya. Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva.
Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva.
Together, everybody. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki, Indravan Bihari Lal ki, Durga Mata ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Jai Jai. Sitaram. Sitaram, everybody.